Welcome to Saving Us, where we discuss relationships in marriage, family, and beyond. Relationships are hard work and should be a priority. These discussions are here to help you navigate the waters of insecurity and frustration and hopefully guide you to a place of peaceful fulfillment in your own relationships. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Saving Us, where we talk about anything we want to talk about here on Saving Us. The whole point is for us, Pastor Mike and myself, or Michael, to spend some time together to save our relationship. That's the whole point of Saving Us, to save marriages, to save yourself, to save your family,
salvation,
to save your friends, to save your mind.
Save your mind.
Do what it takes to survive. No, that's us. So that's the whole point. But thank you for tuning in. So today we have
our four segments.
We have four segments. But before we talk about the four segments, we would like to encourage you to tell a friend about us, to hit the like button, to leave a response if you can, and what else? Tell a friend, share, hit the buttons,
video,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Get the word
all
out
that stuff.
for saving us.
There you go.
All right, here we go. So we got four segments today. Our first segment is Positive Word of the Week. Mine, because I am an academic, is colloquy. Colloquy. And I can't remember where I came upon that word, but I read it and I was like, I like how that sounds. And actually, I didn't know how it sounded because I couldn't pronounce it. I wasn't pronouncing it the right way until I got on the Googles and, hit that little speaker button. They tell you how to pronounce words. So it's colloquy, and it means to have a high-level, serious discussion. And then some definitions say that it's a high-level discussion about theology, a theological discussion. So when you're sitting around and you're having a book club or you're just having drinks with friends and you all are being intellectual and talking, philosophizing.
It's another word. That's your word next week.
You're having a colloquy, a high-level, serious discussion. Colloquy.
Oh.
I like that word.
Does a serious discussion mean you're discussing serious things, or that just the discussion is
serious?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. I'm thinking you're discussing serious things, but you could be discussing something quite foolish in a serious manner. And that would probably be a colloquy as well.
Okay.
Well, not according to the definition, because they give examples like the judge and the defendant were having a colloquy about a case, really serious things. But
So me and my friends talking about, football. Like, we have a serious discussion now.
True.
But
is it a colloquy?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Just check it.
Okay. What's your word?
My word is deference. So deference means respect and esteem for a superior. So, you could, so like in a sentence, you could say the actress was treated with all the deference of a celebrity. All the esteem and respect due a person. But from my definition or what I've read, there has to be a reason that you give them the respect.
Yes.
Something.
Because of course in my mind he gave that example of a celebrity. I'm like, I'm not giving them respect just because they're on TV
right.
or whatever kind of celebrity they are.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what kind of celebrity they are. Now if they win a Nobel Prize, then yeah.
Well,
or if they win a humanitarian award, then yes. But if you
reality TV stars are
no
celebrity.
No respect.
But they should have deference.
Respect.
Okay.
Deference.
Okay.
No. Not caught up into it. All right. We're moving on. Moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. Shout out to Jonathan McReynolds. But anyway, okay. Our next segment is That's his song. Yeah,
okay.
Him and the African man, Mali Music. I don't know if Mali Music is African, but I know Mali is a country in Africa. Anyway. All right.
All right, then.
Accountability is our next segment. Okay, so this season, we have an accountability segment because we want to stay on track with our goals. It has worked. It has worked now.
Okay.
We're only 1 month in.
Yeah, but we only have done 2 episodes.
No, I thought we did 3.
I don't know. Is this my 3rd one or 4th one?
Actually, I think
I know we
thought
missed
did
a
4.
couple weeks.
We have missed a couple weeks, but I thought we did 4 of them already.
I think,
And our goal is 12.
You keep adding. She said, I think
No,
we
I
did
know.
a couple.
I did.
I thought we did 3. No,
But
I'm
no, I
really
really
serious.
do think we did
do
4. I think.
Okay.
I don't know
Maybe?
for sure.
I
But
don't
I
know.
think
Maybe
we've
so.
done 4. And our goal is 12. For
Okay.
This. I think, is it 12 or 13?
I don't know. Baker's
Episodes.
dozen.
It's either 12 or 13 episodes for this season.
For this season.
But anyway, we're going to get better at this, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm beating on the table. We're going to get better at this. We're going to be consistent, and we're going to have a through line topic maybe next season. This season, we're just randomly picking stuff.
There you go.
But it's coming, though. It's coming. Baby steps.
Right. Okay.
Baby steps. Okay. So our first accountability topic was our health habits, which I think have been working.
Yeah.
They haven't been working for you?
I think it has been working.
Because you've been losing weight.
Yeah, I have.
So see,
Slowly but surely.
but just how you want to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
Till
how
Friday
you
when we
wanna
went
do
out.
it.
We went out
Yeah,
Friday.
but did you save your calories?
Yeah, I did. But then I still went over because we had key lime pie. Well, but it was to make up for Valentine's Day.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but I saved my calories that day.
Yeah.
I didn't eat. Oh, I did eat, but I didn't eat a meal that day until that night. And I don't feel bad about it. Now, last night, I ate too many chips. So we do that 2 days in a row. It was terrible.
Right.
But but all in all, I know for myself, I think I'm doing pretty good. I do not get on the scale. I don't know if I should, because I don't want to be obsessed with the scale.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm eating healthier, I should say. I feel like I'm eating
But
healthier.
you've always eaten pretty healthy, I think.
Yeah,
Except for
kinda.
you eat potatoes a lot and bread.
I keep telling him, people live off of
Yeah,
potatoes.
no,
They
potatoes
save
are
your
not
life.
bad. They save your
And
life.
the Bible says that
Yeah.
we should live by the
Bible.
bread. The bread, what's it
You
say?
should not live by bread alone.
Oh, but that means we need bread.
Yeah, that's true.
Just not only bread.
Right. Yes. That is true.
So-
That is true. I'll give you that.
But I have done better with the breads. I gave up crackers for Lent, which is a sacrifice for me. So I have a few more weeks to eat crackers. And my hope and prayer is that I won't have a taste for them when
After
Easter comes.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's my prayer, that I will not be addicted to the crackers, which I've done good because I used to eat stuff like Triscuits, any kind of crackery thing.
Yeah.
I would eat and eat the whole box.
Yes, you do like the
Yeah.
club crackers.
Yes.
What else?
Wheat Thins, Club
Thins.
crackers, the round ones, Ritz.
Ritz. That's what I was
Even if
thinking
they're generic Ritz, I eat them.
You eat the generic Ritz,
Saltines.
yeah.
Doesn't matter what kind of cracker it is. I just eat it. So,
Yeah.
so I've been doing good. I gave that up for Lent because we're going to break that.
All right.
We are breaking that
Well, that's
addiction.
good.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
health habits have been good.
My health
and
habits.
accountability's been helping.
It has been helping, and I only allow myself 2 pieces of bread per day. I don't eat 2 pieces every day,
Okay.
but
that's
I
your
allow
allotment.
myself 2 pieces per day.
Yes. That's good.
So,
That's good. What I have found with health habits is that instead of giving up stuff, like all the diets say, they tell you give up this, give up that, give up bread, give up ice cream. Use ice cream, for example. If you say, well, I'm not going to give up ice cream, but I'm going to set a date and time,
right,
like every other Friday.
right.
Or probably shouldn't be every Friday, but I guess that could be too.
No, yeah.
Depends on how much you eat. But if you say every Friday I'm going to have ice cream, you have something to look forward to, and you're not eating it randomly every day, whatever.
You're not emotionally eating.
And emotionally eating, that's right.
You're eating-
You're mindful.
You are mindful.
Mindfulness.
But hey, you listening audience, do you ever get tired of being mindful? I do.
My mind.
I do. I feel like I'm mindful about everything.
Mhm.
I do. And I think food is my outlet. So I think that's why I have a hard time saying, like, having a strict diet. Like he can go on a diet or a meal plan or whatever, and stick with it. And I fight against that. I'm like, I'm not regulating, because I feel like everything in my life is very regulated.
Yeah.
So I get tired of being mindful.
Well,
I do.
Okay, now I'm gonna say something. Don't get upset because we on Saving Us.
Okay.
So don't get mad.
Okay.
All right. I think that is true about you, and I think even little things in your life you're mindful about, and you shouldn't be.
I think I'm mindful about everything.
But I mean, even about smiling and saying thank you, and which I know that sounds weird. I know it sounds weird.
You say I'm mindful about that?
Yes, I think to a point where you are like, I don't know how to say it, like you're purposefully, and I know that sounds funny because you should on purpose say thank you. I know,
right?
But if it's like get to a point where it's natural.
So what he's saying is that I am not authentic.
Well, I'm not saying
in my giving of thanks and smiling, which he has said for a very long time. Which is that's what he's saying. He's saying that you don't really mean it. Is what he's saying. You know how I know? Because he has told me this in the past more than one time. Yeah, you don't really mean it, though.
No, I didn't say.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did.
No, and not like
yes,
that.
You did.
You don't really mean it. No. I'm saying just like I'm saying right now, just like I'm talking right now. I'm saying it's stressful to her. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's stressful to you, to purposely do that. Mm-hmm. Like as if you've been taught, since you were a little child, that you must do these things, and you like, I must do it.
Yeah, that's not true. I mean, I didn't grow up like that. No. But I was told by you and one other person that I can think of. Two other people.
Who is it? No, I'm just kidding.
That I was mean.
You was mean. I told you were mean.
I was a full-grown adult.
You probably have been mean to me.
So I was probably at least 25, 26. I don't know how old I was. But anyway, I was fully grown. You're mean. So since that time, I try purposely to do things, to be nice, to be considerate, I should say, to be considerate of other people.
And you are a considerate person.
So
you are those things.
So
I just don't want it to stress you out about.
Well, it's not it doesn't come naturally.
Well,
it doesn't.
But you're
it
not
doesn't come
mean
naturally.
Here's what I said.
Uh-huh.
It comes across as mean. If I said you were mean, I didn't mean to say you were mean. Today is a day for green. No,
okay.
I didn't mean you are mean. I mean, it comes across that was mean. Like I didn't mean you were mean. I mean, it can come across that way. Now look, see, I know, but
to me that's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can be okay
because that's your experience with me.
Well, but you can do something that's not mean. Like you can tell someone the truth.
Yes.
But the truth, and you're not being mean telling them, but it just depends on how you say it, how they would take it. Now, it's not your fault how everybody takes stuff, right? I mean, look, you tell somebody something, how they take it, I mean, it's not your fault, Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying that sometimes it could when you're, very direct and that kind of thing. Now, I'm the opposite. I understand that.
True.
So that's our issue is there's a great gulf, I think, because I'm the opposite.
Gulf between the two. Yeah.
Yes, I'll be like, well, it's not that, you just gotta, here's what and she'd be like, look, just tell him, and so we got to work together.
Mm-hmm. But then when I try to soften my response, you say it is inauthentic.
Well, okay.
So what do you want?
You're not I don't say you're inauthentic. I just wanted to work on it being natural to you. Don't let it stress you out.
So keep practicing until it's natural.
Keep doing it. Okay.
Like everything else.
Just let it be natural. Just let it be. Let it be.
Well, so that would be the same as me telling you, just be direct. Just keep being direct until it's natural. It's not natural to you.
Right.
So if you were just direct, you wouldn't feel, it probably wouldn't even come out right because it's not natural to you. People, right. People would be like, he might be like, you don't know what, blow it off right. Because it's not natural.
It's not a natural thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, We just got to work on it.
All right. Moving on. So we were talking about health habits, which I think we're doing a pretty good job.
I think
we're doing a pretty good job.
100%.
Being healthier.
Yes.
Our other area, which has not been as successful yet, is in our finances. But we are only a month in.
Right.
And we did make a budget.
Yes.
Right. And so we have to review our actual what we did spend and what we haven't spent for the month of February.
Right.
And then we have to update our goals for March. So or continue them if we're moving in the right direction. But the thing is, and I think this is where lots of people get stuck in their finances, is that they don't want to take the time and really look at how they spend their money in a truthful way. You know, you don't want to sit down and say, I went here, and really just go through it. Yeah. And, you don't want to look at that because you really don't want to change. Right. This is just my opinion. Because if you really have, that's like me and getting on the scale. You really don't want to look at it because you have to face the fact, okay, this is really what it is.
Right.
So that's where we need improvement.
Yeah, so we do need improvement, but it's a journey. So
it is a journey,
and we will improve. We have talked about it.
We are improving.
Yes. All right.
All right. Next segment. All right. Our topic of the day. Well, we started out. I was thinking we were going to talk about how to have hard conversations, and so I was thinking in general, like just any area, how to have hard conversations. But then we happened upon this topic of how to talk to your kids about sex, which can be a hard conversation.
Yes, it can be.
So we're going to talk about...
Unless you just get to the point. Don't do it.
Yeah, but that's not really a conversation. That's a command.
No, it's not a conversation. I like it better.
Yeah, that's a command. Don't do it.
I like that better.
So we're going to talk about, like, when do you think you should start talking to your children about sex? Like, what is an appropriate age?
Right. Okay.
We don't know nothing about this. We just have experience of being parents and being raised.
Right.
That's
We're
it.
not psychologists.
We have not studied sex education, never even volunteered to talk about it in any Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, classrooms, nothing.
We just got kids.
We just got kids. That's it. Yeah. All right. So this is just our opinion. All right. So when do you think is an appropriate time to start talking to your children? And do you think there's a difference between talking to your girls as a father? Do you think it would be different ages to talk about sex to your daughters as compared to your sons?
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, especially in today's time, because it's with social media, the way music is. I mean, I can't look on my music app, and it's hard to find songs without an E next to it.
Yeah.
And most of them are, that's just probably me being old. I know, my parents probably said the same thing. I get it. But it's just like every other song, that's all they talk about. So you can't avoid it. If they have their headphones and you get them an iPod or a phone at 11, I think you need to start talking about sex at 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
You'd be like me and say, don't get nothing until you get 15, 16.
Right. They might have been good when our kids were growing up, but anymore,
I know now, right?
I substitute teaching. I'm telling you, they, 11, 12. Yeah. There are some exceptions. There's some kids, like there was a girl, last time I subbed, and I let them listen to music because the teachers do. So I said, while you take your test or you're doing this assignment, you can listen to music. But I tell them, you cannot listen to that Cardi B and that Megan on the Stallion song. I tell them that. That's right. They can't listen to that song. But and I wouldn't know which song they listen to. But anyway, they laugh. But so she said, I don't have a phone. I was shocked. I was like, what? You don't? She said, no, my mom said I can't have a phone yet. I was like, well, all right. Good for your mom. But anyway, it's so young, I don't think there's a difference, to answer your question. To me, what do you think?
Between boys and girls?
Yeah. I mean, there could be. I don't know.
I do not think there should be a difference either. Yeah. So, but how young do you think is too young? Or at what age do you think you should start?
Well, I think 10 or 11.
10 or 11. Okay.
That's just, I'm thinking that. Because we have a nephew. Yeah. Jaden.
Yeah.
And I think now probably starting to be a good time, but he's 9.5. But he's so goofy.
He is. He's right at age.
But yeah, I think coming up soon.
Yes.
But before now, I don't think would have been
appropriate.
Well, yeah, either appropriate or effective.
Or effective. Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay.
That's just thoughts.
And I think it depends on, with, how when we were kids, we went outside.
We went outside.
And the parents didn't see us for
That's
hours
true.
and hours.
Yes.
And they don't know what we was doing around behind the tree.
Yes, this is true.
Playing tag and come and go get it and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And sometime you was 8 and 9.
Yeah, I know.
8, 9 years old playing them games.
I understand. Yes, that's true.
Being fast.
Yeah.
Now, why was you fast? Because we was watching Young and the Restless and General Hospital in the morning, or whatever soap opera came on
Right.
before you went outside.
Yes.
And you just seeing stuff we didn't have no business seeing.
Right.
And
you get curious.
Then you get curious, right?
Kids,
Just watching stuff you ain't had no business watching.
Right.
So it might not be too early for that brother because he's on the TV a whole lot.
Yeah.
Unsupervised.
Yes.
And we really don't know what he's been exposed to.
Yeah.
So
now I can say he plays Xbox more than he watches TV.
More than he watches TV. That's true.
Yeah.
But he has that device thing, and I don't know what's on there. And he has the phone, not a phone, but I guess it's an iPod. I think it's everything except for a phone.
Right.
And so we don't know what pops up on that. You
That's
just
true.
don't know.
Yeah. So how early is too early?
How early is too early, right?
What do you guys think?
Yeah. Write in. Tell us what you think and what your experience has been with your kids. But yeah, so I think when they start talking about it, or when they he said the other day, we were talking about playing outside, going to school, playing outside on the playground. He said, "Well, the girls chase us." Because he's 4th grade, so girls sometimes a little faster than boys,
Right.
So girls are messing with him. I said, "That's because they like you, boy." So I think it could be time, because you don't know what other kids are exposed to and what things they'll start talking about or start doing. Your kid be like, "What's going on?" So I don't think it's too early. Now, what is appropriate? Like, how do you begin the conversation, and how do you go about talking to them in an appropriate age level, or their maturity level, I should say? How do you know?
Well, I think you just call them in and you say, "Look, I know you've been, reading some Dr. Seuss books, and one day there was a bird, and it liked a bee, and those two got together. What do the birds and the bees have anything to do with it anyway?
Listen,
where did that even come from?"
I have no idea.
None. I don't think the birds and the bees works, because maybe that's just a saying.
Birds and bees don't even.
Yeah. That's nasty.
They're not even in the same areas.
Yeah.
Birds are up high and bees are down low on the ground with the flowers.
Yeah, I don't know how that came about.
Okay.
But I don't know. That's a good question. I think you just gotta dive in.
Just gotta dive in.
Say there's a thing called sex. I know. And then you just got to be like, "You ain't having it, are you?" "No." Then start talking.
Now I remember talking to Nia. Because when our kids were small, we had a lot of kids over our house often. Not a lot of kids, but a group of about 5 kids, I guess, over often, And so you don't know what other people doing in their house and
Right.
whatever. So I remember talking to her about nobody touches your body.
Right. Yeah.
In different areas of your body, that nobody, not a boy or a girl, or anybody's older sibling or cousin or older friend or daddy, or nobody is supposed to touch your body, in certain areas. They had a thing at school called the no-no square. This is my no-no square. What? You don't touch me there.
I never heard of that.
So I remember talking to her about that. And she was probably 9, around that age. And then, continuing those kind of conversations little by little as she got older, until I felt like, by the time you get to high school, everybody talking about everything.
Right.
So if you want to know something, you better come to me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but with Michael, I just remember telling him things like, maybe like in middle school, saying things like, don't let girls, push up on you, because, you know, girls be kind of hot. They like physically pushing up on it.
Really?
And yes, it's like, tell her, back off. And I told him why. I said, usually girls will, you know, try to be fast or come on to you because they don't know that they can just be friends with a boy. They feel like you have to do that for somebody to like you. And they don't feel secure, you know, in who they are. So I always try to tell him why. Like, this is why you don't want to, you know, accept sexual advances from somebody like that, because they have no idea what they're really doing, and they have no idea that they are more important than that. That, you know, their value is higher than that.
Right.
So, and with Renee, I don't remember talking to her about anything. I guess she was just the third one, and I don't know where I was.
You should have learned from your other two.
Yeah,
should have learned from the two.
When she was little, I don't know. Poor thing. I mean, I talk to her now, but I don't remember. Okay.
Well, a big part of the problem, I think, with it is when you talk about the purpose. You know, I think that a lot of today, maybe, again, every generation, your parents look at the next generation like, oh, Lord, what's the world coming to? The world's about to end now. Y'all just acting crazy. So I know our parents were like that with us, you know. But when I look at our kids today, it's like sex is just a biological function. Like, I mean, more so than ever, not just... You know, I don't want to make it a bigger deal than what it is. I get it. It's sex, you know. But at the same time, it's, you know, they act like having sex is just like, you know, going outside and shooting basketball.
Right.
Like it's just.
That's true. That is true.
There's no kind of
sanctity.
Thank you.
About it. No respect.
There should be some to it, you know.
I agree. It should be respectful, but it's hard. It's hard to see it as special or, you know, something that is respected by two people when it's everywhere.
Right.
I mean, you know, and it's kind of graphic almost stuff. It's, you know, it's not like, oh, they kiss and then this scene fades to black and you just kind of use your imagination, you know.
Right.
No, it's like showing everything.
Yeah.
So
exactly. So it becomes no big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, of course, we should point out that obviously for us, we teach our kids sex is for marriage, which is what we believe. And so I will always believe that.
But, you know, I was just listening to this podcast yesterday with this man and his daughter. His daughter's in her 20s, like 25-ish, something like that. And so they were having a discussion about having the conversation, talking about sex, you know, between parents. It's specifically a father with his daughters.
Okay.
And he was saying, and they're Christian people, he was saying that he does not believe in
sex for marriage,
waiting to have sex till after you're married.
Right.
Because he wanted his daughters to be happy.
Right.
And one way to make sure that they, not make sure, but, you know, to decide if they wanted to stay with a person, he thought it would be smart to go ahead and have sex with them so you can test it out.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Christians that don't follow the Bible. So.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just because if you read the Bible, it specifically speaks against that. So that's fine.
Yeah, but I never thought about, because I'm sheltered, right? I never thought about a person saying, "Yes, I'm Christian, but I believe you should have sex before you get married." I just thought. I don't know, it was surprising, I guess, to me to hear somebody say that and be like, yeah, this is what I think. Now, he didn't say everybody should do it. He said the opposite. He's like, now, this is what I tell my children. Right. So I'm not saying this is for everybody. Well, this is what I tell my girls.
So what he's saying is it's cool for my daughter to fornicate, but not every other daughter.
Yeah, and he also said, now, if they choose not to, I mean, if they choose to wait, you know, until they're married, he said, good for them. That's great. But he said in his opinion, that was not high on the priority list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so that's maybe
we understand that
another time.
Everybody has different.
Yeah, they have different views.
Opinions.
You can call yourself a Christian and you don't follow the Bible.
Jesus still died for his sins on the cross.
Yeah, but he's still sinning. What did I say? If you are disobedient, and you know, disobedience is like your kids. When you tell them to do something, they know what, and you know they know what to do, and they still don't do it. That's different than they did not know that's what you wanted them to do. Those are two different things.
That's true.
So if you're going to say you're a Christian, everybody we talk to may not be Christians. That's fine. And everybody believes something different. All good. I'm just saying if you say you're a Christian, then don't tell me, but I'm a Christian, but. There ain't no but. You either are or you're not. So that's all I got to say about that. I think that's...
So you saying the man ain't Christian? What he's saying is he understands. Now, remember, she's fully grown. She's not 17 or below. She's in her mid-20s.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is he understands that when you're an adult, people have sex.
Right.
And she should be free if she has questions or if she wants to talk to her dad about the guy she's seeing, stuff like that. Be open. And he will not make... She's always going to be his princess.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In his eyes, even if he knows that she's having sex.
Okay. Be careful.
Okay. So, like I said, he wasn't saying just go out there and have sex, because this is your boyfriend, just have sex. But he did say he thought it's all right if they live together before.
I'm all with the other part. If you mess up or if that's what you decide to do, you're still going to be my princess. Because I do feel that way as well. I just heard the one part about I think it's a good idea, but so you get to know somebody. Right, yeah. And he did say that too. See, he did, like, if you're serious, thinking about getting married or whatever, he thought they should maybe live together a little while. But that's the part that, surprised me. Like, right. Oh, okay. Well, that's the part I'm saying. All I'm saying is you got to be one way or the other. If that's the way you believe, that's the way you believe. That's okay. But don't come talking about, I'm a Christian. Do you know how many people was living together? I do. I know all of them. And all of them, He said all y'all's going to hell. All of y'all. I didn't say y'all's going. There's only one way to go to heaven. And it doesn't have anything to do with sex. It doesn't have anything to do with sex. I'm just saying, don't be saying I'm this one thing and think you can just pull in what you want. Like you put your own values in there. Okay, we're gonna move on. I think he need to talk to his pastor. You guys, right in. Right. What do you think? What do you think about that? Anyway, we need to move on. How you really feel? How do you really feel? That's your last segment. You know how I really feel. Yeah. Okay. So and I love people. So today I am feeling grateful. You are? I am feeling grateful for life. I am feeling grateful to be able to help other people. One of my favorite pastors says, it's better to be a blessing than need one. So that has been going through in my mind all this past couple of weeks. We like it. It's better to be a blessing than to need a blessing. So I'm grateful to be in the position to be helpful to other people and not need the kind of help that I'm given. So I'm grateful. That's good. All right. Well, I am feeling hopeful. Okay. So I know that's kind of like along the same lines that you said grateful, but I know you was going to say grateful. But I am feeling hopeful because of what's going on in our life. We are about to get rid of, our youngest daughter is about to go on and move to her next phase in life. We talking about my baby. But I am hopeful because I think she's going to go to college near where we live. And also because you are getting ready to graduate pretty soon with her doctorate degree, which she deserves for so many years. Y'all see my eye? My eye is moving around all around because it wants to. That's because I'm exhausted. Yeah, you've been putting in the work. I went to the eye doctor. He was like, yeah, you too old. We can't do that. What? We can't. He did. He said, you too old. We can't do nothing about it. Now, if you was little, like 5, 6, we could strengthen that muscle. They like Nia. Well, she had her eyelid, but like if you have a wandering eye, he said if you're a toddler or whatever, they can tighten that muscle so it doesn't do. Really? But he was like, yeah, you just need to get some sleep. That's what he said. You just make sure you stay rested. Well, you probably do. I was like, you probably do need some sleep. People just gonna have to look at me funny because my eye looking crazy. Lord have mercy. Well, Jesus. There you go. But you're about to move into another phase, I think. I'm very hopeful because I think she is going to move into a place where you really feel, not only feel needed, but you're going to be fulfilled. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. You're going to be fulfilled, and you're going to make a lot of money because we need some money. But I feel that way. So I am hopeful about our next stage of life. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not trying to say hurry up and get here at all. I love wherever I am in that space. But I am very, very hopeful. So that's my word. That's how I really feel.
So that's how you really feel.
That's how I feel. Hopeful.
You feel hopeful.
Yes.
So like last year, guys, he'd be like, "Now how many classes you taking?" I said my one or two. And he'd be like, he never said this, but his face would be like, "That's all you. That's all you do. That. You can't go no faster than that." No, I can't, sir.
But she did show me that those classes are some hard class, and they take a lot of time.
They do.
You know.
They do.
But you only did take a couple classes, but they're hard.
Yeah. I can tell.
So there you go.
He puts on. He's a true pastor.
What?
He puts on for the public.
Put on.
All right. Yes. Before we get ourselves in trouble, that's our take on saving us. We'll see you all next time. Remember to share, hit like, subscribe, and review. Bye.
Yes, give us some comments. Bye.